the muscles that are contracting during this portion are the flexor carpi ulnaris, extensor carpi ulnaris, extensor carpi radialis longus and brevis, and extensor carpi ulnaris. Do you have that? We have that on there twice.
Phase 1, lower extremity.
For the lower extremities, in the hip, it's in flexion, and the muscles that are contracting right now are the iliopsoas, rectus femoris, and pectineus.
Knee.
So in phase 1 for the knee,
Phase 2. Oh yeah, phase 1.
the knees are in flexion, and the muscles that are contracting right now are the semimembranosus, semitendinosus, bicep femoris, popliteus, and gastroc.
Ankle.
And last but not least, in phase 1 for the ankle, they are in a neutral position with a focus, with a...
They are neutrally dorsiflexed.
They're neutrally dorsiflexed.
Plantarflexed. I mean,
It's dorsiflexed, but I don't know, I'm going to think of a different way to say that. And the muscle that is contracting now is the tibialis anterior. For all of the joints, upper and lower extremities in the phase 1 of sitting, the type of contraction is isometric. Just sitting there. So
phase 2.
On to phase 2.
Stand. Upper extremity.
Yeah, you guys should do it. Do it with us. So for the upper extremity in phase 2, the shoulders are now in extension, and the muscles that are being contracted are the posterior delts, latissimus dorsi, teres major, and pectoralis major, the sternal portion.
Elbow.
For the elbow in phase 2, they are now extended, and the muscles that are contracted are the triceps.
Wrist.
So for the wrist, they are now in neutral, and they are partially flexed and radial deviated.
Phase 2.
The muscles that are being contracted are the flexor carpi radialis, flexor carpi ulnaris, and the extensor carpi radialis longus.
Phase 2.
We're still pausing. For phase 1 of the upper extremities, the contractions are going from concentric to eccentric when you're doing that standing motion. Now we're going to go on to phase 2 for the lower extremities.
Phase 2, lower extremities. Hip.
So for the hip, it's now in extension. The muscles that are contracting are the gluteus maximus, semimembranosus, semitendinosus, and the long head of the bicep femoris.
Knee.
So for the knee, it is also an extension, and the muscles are the rectus femoris, vastus medialis, intermedialis, and laterus.
Ankle.
And last but not least, we have our ankle, and it is now, again, neutral position, but more in plantar flexion. And the muscles that are contracting are the gastroc and the soleus. For phase 2 of the lower extremities, all of the contractions are concentric. So there is our video. Now we are going to move on and discuss some posture, good versus bad. It's really important to use good posture while sitting because the pressure in the intervertebral discs almost doubles while you're sitting compared to while you're laying down. And obviously we sit a lot more often during the day than laying down. It's important to remember when sitting to maintain normal curves of the spine. This includes keeping your shoulders back, sitting on those sit bones, and while maintaining your hips and knees at a 90-90 degree angle, keeping your feet flat on the floor. So as you can see, Anna's doing a really good demonstration of proper posture. As we move down the line here, Melissa, so maintaining a proper seated posture is especially important when one is sitting for longer periods of time, as it is easier to consume the comfortable slumped position rather than the proper position. So as you can see, Anna's still in her proper, correct, upright position. Melissa's getting a little more comfortable. Sitting with any of these posture substitutions, such as arching the lower back or rounding the shoulders, forcing the head forward, can put your lumbar spine into an anterior or posterior pelvic tilt that will shift the weight of your head down the spine improperly. over time, sitting with these bad postures can cause back, shoulder, and neck pain, as well as causing temporary loss of sensation and or cramping in the lower extremities. Really hope it's still recording. Hold on, sorry. Did you guys notice when it went black?
Yeah. Oh. Shit. Oh.
I'm recording. I don't have the video, but I have the sound.
Okay.
I'm recording what you're saying.
Okay. Because it ran out of room, so I'll just
Yeah.
keep going. So, some precautions to kind of be aware of while you're sitting, especially, I don't know how to say this. Some precautions to be aware of for posture and for the chair that you're sitting in, or I don't know how to say this.
What are you trying to say?
The precautions.
So just make sure you're not like Melissa with wheeled chair. Make sure if you can have armrests on like Anna. And make sure like Holly, she has her brakes on her wheelchair.
So it's chair precautions.
Yeah.
So other than making sure you have a good posture versus that slumped forward, there are some precautions to be aware of for the chairs that you're sitting in. If you can, having an armrest is safer. So unlike Anna, having an armrest like Melissa has, but unlike Melissa, having no wheels is a safer option like Anna. And then Holly over here is best of both worlds. She has her wheels, but she has her armrest and the locks are on to keep her safe. So now we're going to show you a fun little video. Just kind of demonstrates a couple more bad postures, and then it'll show us a few good ones as well.
And here are a few ways of how not to sit, both ladies and gentlemen.
So as you can see, that was a pretty funny video. It's not that realistic, but it's just a good way to really be aware of good versus bad posture. So now we're going to do a fun little game with you guys. We're going to play the PTA version of musical chairs, and these are going to be my 3 contestants here. They're going to be competing for the, I don't know, whatever. So they're going to be playing musical chairs, and your job as the audience is to point out the bad posture.
How about when we stop the musical chairs, one of them is going to have bad posture, and your job is to pick out the one who has bad posture.
So your job, okay, so when we stop the music, instead of taking out a chair, one of our contestants is going to consume bad posture. Your job as the audience is to tell us which one that is and what is wrong about their posture and how to fix it. Okay, so for this first round, who has bad posture?
Anna!
Okay, what's wrong with her posture?
She's too far forward, she's leaning on her knees.
It doesn't look very comfortable. Probably because she doesn't have armrests on her chairs.
I see.
And
Oh yeah, so try to stand, Anna, with that bad posture.
oh, no, she can't even do it.
She fell. What can
So-
she do to fix this posture, right?
Yeah.
She can bring her trunk up, she can scoot her butt towards the back of the chair.
Wait, no, don't stand yet.
We're just getting good sitting
She
posture.
can scoot back a little.
Yep.
She
Keep her
can.
flat on the floor, straight up and down, back.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so that's how she can consume good posture. So when she tried to stand with her bad posture, it just didn't even work. So now Anna tried to stand. Much better. All right. Let's do round 2.
Middle is posture. You have to tell her into
I think this came together okay. We're not really getting to it.
Anterior.
Okay.
Stop it now. Hurry! excited, Holly.
Now who has the bad posture?
Oh,
Or
looks
if we
like
do the
Melissa does.
anti-intuitive.
Maybe sit a little bit more
Looks like
forward.
hers looks pretty good.
I know, I was gonna say.
Oh, good, that's better.
Try, can you arch your back? There, maybe
You
like
just cut
do
it.
it. Yeah, do
Yeah,
it like
there you
really
go.
strong.
Stick your butt out.
There you go.
So, what kind of posture is Melissa doing right now?
Interior pelvic.
Yeah. So, Melissa, let's see if you can try to stand up with that posture.
It's very hard.
She can do it, but it doesn't look very comfortable. Okay, sit back down. So, what can she do to change her posture to be correct and safe?
Have a neutral pelvic tilt.
Shoulders up.
Shoulders. So maybe pull her shoulders forward a little bit instead of having them so blah 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 blah. Okay. So now, Melissa, try to stand. Use your arm rest.
Oh.
Much better. All right. All right. Last round, guys. This is the final.
Clicking that on the pause.
Really, really exaggerated, Holly. There you go. Keep going.
Now who has the bad posture?
I think they'll be able to pick it out.
I just want you to do it
Holly
exaggerated.
does. What's wrong with her bad posture? She's
Well,
slouched.
she's lazy.
Now try to stand.
She has, yeah, no
Bad.
trying to
Her
stand.
knees aren't 90.
She can't even stand.
Yeah, you can't get up, remember? Okay. So Holly can't even stand up like that. So what's some things that she can do to fix her posture? Oh, bring her tissue back, get your knees bent, feet are flat on the floor. All right, Holly, now see if you can stand up.
Make sure you put your nose over your toes. See, that's the one thing about
Excuse me.
that.
What?
Because we're correcting their posture for them to be able to stand, but they have to adjust anyways from as they're sitting, as they have to bring their butt to the front of the chair, like, you know.
Yeah?
Are we just not going to include that part? Like
I
having
don't know what
them-
you're asking.
Well, because we're having them stand directly from the perfect posture we just
12 minutes.